Cool. Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable David Parker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to take a call on behalf of the Labour Party to support the non-bank deposit takers bill. Can I thank the Minister for his contribution and acknowledgement of the work done at Select Committee and by officials. I add my thanks in respect to the work done by officials. I believe this is a good bill. It is important that the non-bank deposit takers be appropriately regulated. It's one of the lessons that we've had following the global financial crisis, that there is a need to properly regulate the financial sector so as to protect members of the public from inappropriate risk. You can't eliminate all risk, but you can properly regulate to stop some risks being hidden. The non-bank deposit takers are defined in the bill as being entities which offer debt securities to the public of New Zealand and then on-lend them. And why that second part of the test is necessary is that if you're, for example, a company that just offers debt securities to the public, but isn't then, if you're offering, if you're a company that isn't in the business of on-lending and in the retail provision of money, really, then you ought not to be subject to the same regulatory regime. One of the improvements that is made is some good definition of what are related parties. That's important so that the trustees that have day-to-day oversight of debt securities, when someone invests in a debt security, in a deposit, there is generally a trust deed which governs the terms upon which their deposit is to be held, and the terms are generally overseen by a trustee, which is often something like Trustees Executors or AMP, one of those trustee security companies. Oversee it, and their duties include making sure that the trust deed provisions that are intended to govern how the money is held, what sort of assets it can be invested in, is conformed with by the entity which is taking the money from the public. Too often, of course, in recent years, they were actually taking the money from the public and not giving it back. And one of the reasons that came to pass was that there was inadequate regulation of related party transactions, where those that were in control of some of these non-bank deposit takers were effectively using the money to lend to risky ventures that they had a related party, they or a related party had an interest in, and which went belly up, and the directors of the issuer, the issuer of the debt securities, didn't have their own name on the guarantee, and they managed to lose the money of the depositors and not face personal liability in respect of some of the losses that were occurred to depositors. So tightening up regulation around regulated parties is a desirable thing to do, so that there is less ability to do that in the future, and so that we can't have people pursuing, or it's less easy for people to pursue their private interests to defeat the interest of the people who have lent money through debt securities to non-bank deposit takers. So, Mr. Speaker, I won't take any further time of the House other than to endorse the Minister's comments. Thanks.
I call the Honourable Member Paul Goldsmith.
Thank you, Mr.